Trigger warning for this episode, we discuss adult themes, body image, diet culture, and it contains some coarse language. So please be aware if you have little ears around.
Hello and welcome to Life Academy.
You almost said
Dance Academy.
Lucky, because this is a bonus rewatch episode.
It is.
So you got a bit confused.
I did get a bit confused. It's all about Dance Academy.
Anyway, here we are, on-screen frenemies.
Real life besties.
Stumbling our way through life. Dancing through life, but
beautiful.
Stumbling through life.
Stumbling really hard.
What's up? How are you?
Do you know what's really funny, Dena? It's talking about stumbling. The way I kind of explain doing podcasts is like, you know, when you have a night out and you get so drunk, you wake up the next day and you go, shit, what did I say?
That's so accurate.
That is what it's like doing podcasts.
100%.
You finish doing it and you sit there and you're like, did I talk too much then? What, did I say something
Did I just babble
inappropriate?
bullshit?
Did I swear too much? Did I say something offensive?
You go through, you have anxiety.
Absolute anxiety after doing a podcast episode. Like, it's so fun while you're doing it.
But then afterwards, yeah, you do think about, and then the other thing is, have you ever heard, oh God, I've just gone, what's her name? Not the amazing life coach TED Talk lady. She talks about having the vulnerability hangover. So like sometimes when you go too deep, then the next day you're like,
that's
I've got a vulnerability hangover.
A vulnerability hangover.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is, because I feel like we're being very vulnerable in our episodes.
We are, and not many people have. I think only one or two people have listened to our episodes, and they both said to me, it's like the most candid, open conversations they've heard on podcasts.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, are we being too open?
We're going too far with this now.
But that's who we are. We're just being us, and I like that.
I like that too.
I don't know how to be anyone else.
It's probably a good thing. Actually, you kind of do, because you're an actress. So.
Oh yeah, I know how to be Abigail Armstrong. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you do, girlfriend.
Speaking of Abigail Armstrong, today we're doing a little rewatch because we know you guys have been loving and requesting this.
A choky little rewatch.
A choker rewatch of episode 8. Growing Pains.
We love a bit of growing pains.
So we're still on series 1, episode 8, Growing Pains.
It's a cute episode.
It is. It's cute and it's also a bit sad.
It's a little bit sad too. I think so, I've watching it back, I really realized how hard I relate to Abigail in this episode. Like growing up dancing at VCAS, at essentially a school exactly like Dance Academy, I remember thinking exactly the way that Abigail's thinking in this episode. I remember not wanting to get my period until I was like 17. I was like, oh, I want to be like the proper ballerinas, like the principal ballerinas. And I didn't want my boobs to grow, and I didn't want it really brought back so many memories. And I was like, wow, that was me.
Yeah, I agree. I felt all that stuff. And it made me realize like, gosh, this show really, as a kids TV show, it tackled so many like adult themes.
So many
and
adult
just like
themes.
teenage themes.
I mean, this episode in particular, we're even talking about like potential relationships with younger people and adults.
Yes.
And then also there is masturbation.
There's a little wank moment.
A little bit of a wank moment.
A court wank.
Right? Like this show is so, I feel like it's very ahead of its time for when it actually came out.
And I feel like it's aged really well. Like when I watch it back now, and as I said, I haven't watched it in 15 years. So when I watch it back, I'm like, this is legit. Like I could watch this now, and the themes and all of it are still. Anyway, what I loved about the opening of episode 8 is let's get into this. I love how it opens and it's in the girls' change room and they're like passing their tampons, and it's like such a I don't know, like an iconic little opening there.
And so real.
So real. And they're all changing, and then the boys are like shaving and Sammy cuts himself and
just pure, unadulterated
puberty. Teenagey. Yeah, Dena. Teenagey.
Pure, unadulterated puberty.
So I love that. I love the opening.
It was beautiful, actually. I mean, stunningly shot as per usual.
Do you know what I was thinking about in this episode? Do you remember how smoky we had to get the dance studio?
The dance studio, yes.
So that's
oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
So we would have to like wait between takes, each take for ages while they got the studio really smoky, because our cinematographer wanted it to look like what it looks like, which is like just, I don't know how to describe it, but but it meant, do you remember? We had to wait for the smoke machine to go up, and they had to get the perfect amount of smoke. We wouldn't say rolling till they got
exactly what they wanted. Yeah. I think because of the way as well that the light came in and hit all the little sparks and stuff too. Like the whole team worked together so well to make it look so beautiful. But I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, the smoky thing was a thing.
The smoke machine was a thing.
And then, like, it's just really like, it breaks my heart that, just the start of the episode, we see Abigail like flattening her boobs with like the hardcore strap thing around her, and she's just so like desperately trying to hide the fact that she is going through puberty and growing, and it's
changing.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. And when she goes into the doctor's office and she says, I'm not like,
I'm the same size I've already been.
I'm the same size I've always been, and I'm certainly not like other girls. And she's just like so defensive,
desperately
and
trying.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. I think it's once again just with the writing so perfect, and so the way that, I mean, Sam as an adult, and all of our writers who wrote for this show, like everyone were adults. Everyone was adults.
They were adults.
They were adults.
Adult writers.
They were adult writers. And to have the content that we did that was so insanely relatable for teenagers going through everything, I don't know how they did it.
They're just damn good writers.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they got in touch with all the puberty blues.
Big
all
time.
Those feelings.
Yeah. It was really, it's really lovely to kind of watch something like that as well. I feel, not that I watched as a teenager, but I just think it would help people not feel so alone.
I think that's why Dance Academy connects with so many people. It's like, it is so relatable.
Yeah.
And they get it. Another note I made while watching it was like, God, how good were the extras? Like all the scenes where we're in ballet class.
Oh,
like, everyone's ballet was like often I feel like in dance movies and stuff, you're like, am I really dance? Like the ballet was beautiful. And like, do you remember how much we rehearsed? Like we had Stephen as our teacher.
Yes.
And we rehearsed, like we had to learn new ballet exercises for each class, like just for the basic. And like that was just to come in between the acting moments. But we had to know a full pot de bras, a whole like tendu exercise.
And something else that's a little bit of a tidbit is when we did those classes, I don't know if you remember, we couldn't dance to any of the music.
There was no music.
Because we had to pick up all of the dialogue. So we would just go, they'd play the music at the very beginning, and then they'd stop it as they called action.
Yeah, I remember. And we all had to stay in time and be doing all this while we're trying to remember
That's
our
why
lines.
as well sometimes it looks like the dancers are out of time with the music that is playing. Have you ever noticed that?
I haven't really noticed that, no.
Yeah. Well, you also haven't been through all of the episodes in all of the seasons yet.
No, I'm really only up to episode 8, really. That's as far as I've gotten.
But something that I did notice sometimes, I was like, that's out of time. And then I remembered that's right, because we weren't actually dancing to music. Crazy.
So I love the moment where Sammy just is like, no, I don't believe in dance belts. Like he's just like, no.
Just not in my belief system.
He doesn't believe in it. I love that. I love the fairy moment with Christian and Sammy.
The dynamic between those two.
How good is their dynamic?
So good. And do you know what? I actually forgot how funny Jordan is as well.
He's so funny.
I laughed big time. Like when he's like, how long do you reckon it'll take me to swim to shore?
Same thing. I was like, their dynamic is incredible. The Sammy Christian dynamic is so good.
And then obviously Tom is hilarious all of the bloody time.
Yeah.
Like the way that he just waffles on and on and on. Like I feel like so much of that also was like ad-libbed.
Oh, I'm sure it was. He did ad-lib all the time. He used to catch me off guard all the time and make me laugh because he would do a lot of ad-libbing.
I did have one little ad-lib moment in this episode.
Did you?
Actually, I had a couple. There was the part where I'm telling Tara, like, take your hand away. Like you do. I call this one the thinker. And then at the end of it, I said... where is it? Oh, I mean, one tiny little ad lib just being like, it's true though.
You're like, Ad-lib.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. But I remember like feeling really good watching the episodes when I was younger, when they were first coming out, and seeing my ad-lib stain and being like, yeah, I nailed that moment.
I love that. Yeah, because it's when your ad-lib stays in the cut, it feels bloody good.
Yeah, well, we did our job well.
Yeah. I forgot about the whole Damo relationship with Tara. So when that came up on screen, I was like, oh, that was a whole thing. I totally forgot about that storyline. Yeah. And it was kind of cool. And then she's like, who Damo?
Damo. Well, I can't really say, but I think personally it would be a great.
They kind of had a bit of chemistry.
They did. Yeah. They genuinely, and I think that's why obviously there's a rumor going around, but they totally had this.
I was like, oh, this could have been a whole storyline of I don't know who that actor was. But I think
that was he. Yeah, I don't. I was really going to looking up him. He was brilliant, and I think obviously they couldn't have that relationship because that's totally illegal.
Yeah. I mean, they could have. Dance Academy pushed a lot of boundaries.
They did push a lot of boundaries.
Let's leave that one out.
Let's leave that one.
So, I forgot the whole Damo story. Loved that. I really felt for Abs, like the turmoil she's in, and just that scene where she goes to the cafeteria and picks up the carrots and then like steals a chocolate bar, and then obviously like knocks Tara over and she's like, what do you miss?
That's so funny, Dena. That was so funny. Also, I
think that was an ad-lib, by the way. Not an ad-lib, but like a choice. So I imitated her.
Nailed it.
Because what does she says like, are you sure? And I'm like, are you sure? Because
you nailed it. Also, I picked up on something at the very beginning of that scene. You remember how you told me about how they had to have the hairdryers for your nipples? And we had it on one of the episodes. I saw a nip. Like through the crossover.
The nip through the crossover.
Through the crossover.
The nips cannot be.
The nip was out.
Be held back.
She was being freed.
Oh, man.
I love that.
Even through a crossover. That's hilarious that you spotted it.
Yeah. It came up through the cupcakes and I just saw like a little squiz of a nip and I was like, there it is.
The Germans were like onto the nips, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think there was no blow dryer, hair dryers in the outdoor scenes because there's no, there was no electricity.
And sometimes it was bloody cold.
It was very, very windy. Do you remember how windy? And also, do you remember how hard it was to film there sometimes because of the sun? Remember we'd have to squint into the sun and then they'd say action and we'd open our eyes?
Yes.
Because we were all so squinty.
I remember Tim's eyes would go so red and watery.
Yeah, yes. The sun reflection was really challenging. Yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking about Abs was it's so sad how like insecure and like sad she was to the point where she lies to Miss Rain. Like for her to say, oh, this is what the doctor said, and for her to actually walk out of a class. Like I think like no one has ever seen Abigail walk out of a dance class. No. And Kat's reaction is so good because it's like Kat and Abigail have been in it from the beginning.
Forever. Yeah.
And like your reaction when you see me walking out is like,
what in the world?
The penny really drops.
Yeah,
like, something's not right.
Yeah.
And I think that's like where for me, it really plants the seed of like Kat and Abigail's relationship is like actually very deep and like they know each other really well.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the first moments that really shows that they've got something more there. Yeah. And by something in terms of like a very deep friendship.
I agree. And because you kind of seemed a bit concerned as well about Abigail. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was absolute love there. We see in a future episode that like both of them just thought like, well, the other one hates me and the other one hates me. You know what I mean? It just somehow Abigail and Kat drifted apart. But I think especially I remember doing that scene and just having like full love in my heart for Abigail.
Oh.
And I think the choices as an actor, I just remember thinking like, girlfriend, it's like, it's okay. Yeah. Like this is it. I think it's such a beautifully written scene. And I'm really proud of the way that we brought it together. I think it's so lovely and, a little bit of funny in there from Kat as well. Like I got big of these.
Yeah, that whole scene is beautiful. I mean, when you come into Abigail's room and you're like, whoa, I don't need this drama. And then you see I'm crying and then
make a choice.
You're like, oh, I'm not going to leave her in this. I'm going to be with her in this.
Yeah.
And then the way I think Abigail says something to you, like, you all just want me to fail. And like seeing Kat's reaction, she's like, what? Like, what are you even on
about?
Where
do you even get that from?
Yeah. Like, why do you think we all hate you?
Yeah.
And I just thought,
what do you think, why do you think Abigail felt like that?
I think like part of Abigail's competitiveness and like her MO is all about like that there's only room on top for one person, you know, and like if, you know, like she's kind of the opposite of me in that sense. Like I believe like there's space for everyone to have their slice of pie and to have their, you know, bit of success. But I feel like with Abigail, it's like you're the best or you're not going to make it. So I think it just comes out of this like, no, like I'm the best and you all hate me and everyone wants me to fail and no one's on my team, no one's on my side. Everyone's, you know, everyone can see I've got these huge boobs and it's so embarrassing. And it's like
and
all
I think
in
because
her
of all
head.
the work that Abigail has always put in, and it's so much more than what we see from anyone else in the school, like the sacrifices that Abigail makes and has made. Like Kat even says, you know, like the amount of people you've stepped over to get here and you're going to let a little bit of this stop it. So obviously like all the things that she's sacrificed in terms of friendships,
everything
and life.
Having fun.
And I don't think there's anyone else that you see in the school that is that dedicated.
Yeah, I feel like you really see that in the, not to get too ahead of ourselves, but in the very last episode when she gets the contract and she's crying and she's just like, I just worked so hard. And it's just like true. It's like she fucking works for it. It's not handed to her.
No, Abigail works her ass off.
And I feel like, it's really stunning that, for me, it's really stunning to see that moment of friendship between Kat and Abigail, as we just spoke about. Like it's really subtle the way it's done, but it's like, no, these are two people that really care about each other, that have known each other for a really long time. They just have found themselves drifted apart
and this weird frenemy
in this
status.
weird but they love each other, and you can kind of tell and feel it.
Because I think one of the great moments in that scene, Kat offers up a tissue and Abigail actually takes the tissue. Like just the tiny little bits,
tiniest
like
gestures.
A little olive branch reaching out and like grabbing it. And it's really lovely.
It makes me feel a bit emotional.
I know.
Like I just want to go back and like film those scenes again.
Know.
It'd be so.
I find that, I think something that watching these episodes again, I really think with some scenes, not all scenes, I watch back and I think like, oh gosh, I do that so differently now, having lived such a life.
Yes.
There would be different ways and different choices and the way that I would say things, I feel like it would be so different. But I think, you know, the show is what it was because we were also young and we were so close to those ages. I think the way that I speak, I'm like, I was watching and I was like, am I mumbling? Like I feel like I'm quite articulate these days. And like just my husky little mumble voice.
I love your husky voice.
Then, like was that?
I don't think you're mumbling. I love how you play Kat. I just love everything about Kat. I really connect to her. I find her hilarious. To me, she's like the funniest character.
She's funny.
And just all your like reactions, like often it's when you're not saying anything. It's just like your facial reactions. I'm like,
I had to laugh at my makeup in one of the scenes though. I had like very
the black eyes.
I know. That's like not on the actual line. I was like, why is it so far below?
Why has she got panda eyes?
Big time.
Again, our one issue with Dance Academy, the makeup. Honestly.
Wardrobe for me too. I had some cute wardrobe. I had terrible.
You had some interesting wardrobe.
Very interesting.
What else have I wrote down some other notes.
Do you know how beautiful is his name? Joseph? What's the actual teacher's name? He's stunning.
How beautiful is his dancing when he just like does the tour? I'm like, oh, okay.
Just a phenomenal. I mean, he is a phenomenal dancer.
Yes, I've forgotten his name as well, which is terrible.
Joseph. Who's the actual teacher's? Let me do a quick little. Joseph Brown. He played Patrick.
Joseph Brown.
So Joseph Brown, who plays Patrick, stunning man.
What a beautiful dancer.
Beautiful dancer.
And he was
beautiful
such a nice
human as well.
Yeah, he was super lovely.
He's very funny as well, like just really subtly funny in that thing where he's telling, oh, and Christian's going to go with you.
Yeah, I love that. I love that whole scene. I think like the other thing I really thought about in this episode was just how the show was tackling all these themes, but in really like classy, graceful ways, like not in these like obvious over the top ways, but it was
to make it it wasn't uncomfortable to watch.
No.
Like for example, like there's two teenage boys and you're touching on like them walking in on them in their private moments.
Yes.
Right. And I think the way that was
it was just
handled,
the dogs.
like it was,
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's so real and so raw almost. And then at the very end where Christian grabs Tammy's hand where Christian grabs Sammy's hand and knocks on, he's like, I don't want to fight you, Christian. Knocks on the door and he's like, just a second, come in. It's just so well done. And I think honestly, like it's teaching lessons clearly and really beautifully and subtly. And it's, I don't have enough good things. No, I have too many good things to say about Dance Academy and the way it was made and written and brought together and
brought to life. Yeah, and I think also the other real reminder I had with this episode was like, wow, the pressure to be a professional dancer and like in Abigail's case to be a prima ballerina.
Yeah.
Like she was just so unhappy in so many ways at fighting desperately to just have this body type.
And she looks exhausted. I think there's so many points throughout this first season that you see, and you did it so well, where Abigail just looks so tired, so exhausted.
It looks
so
like she's
sad.
going to pass out all the time because she's not eating.
Yeah.
I remember making that as a choice, that like to often, like there's the bits where like she feels faint and dizzy and it's like, because she's like starving herself because she doesn't naturally have this ethereal, ballerina body, whatever it is. But it's just, I think like it made such a big, for me when I was watching it back as an adult, I was like, oh, okay, you're lying to Miss Rain, who's like your god, and you're like lying to the doctor, and you're like, like just the pressure that she must have felt to have to like tape down and hide her boobies. Like it's just so sad.
I remember when I was at VCAS and just being in year 7 and all of us, that wasn't really a thing, but no one at that point had gotten their periods. And we were all kind of like a little bit proud that we were ballerinas and we hadn't gotten our periods yet. And I remember thinking when I got it, like, oh, damn, like I'm just a normal teenager now.
Yes.
It was such a strange feeling when I think back to have like that as one of my thoughts, rather than it being a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm growing up.
Becoming a woman.
Oh, I'm becoming less of a ballerina.
I know, isn't that so sad? And I remember as well just like not wanting to have boobs and wearing leotard, like body stockings over leotards to like flatten.
Yeah.
And I'd wear like a stocking top on top of the leotard to just like try and make my chest look as flat as possible.
Yeah.
It's just,
full on.
But I do, the end of the episode is amazing.
Water balloon fight.
I remember that day on set like it was yesterday. We had so much fun. I don't think Abigail was actually in the fight.
I don't think she was in the water fight. I think there's actually a shot of her like just like walking past and like maybe being a little jealous that she wasn't a part of it.
I think, but I do remember us being on set and like everyone throwing the water balloons and the extras all getting so involved. And it was just like such a fun.
Or is that another? Because I think there's another water fight. There's a seaweed fight.
There's a fight that we do with like the...
Because the extras are in that. We didn't have extras in this one. This was just...
Okay, I got confused.
Maybe Abigail walks past in the seaweed one.
Yeah, I can't remember now. I mean, I just watched it yesterday.
Morning.
I watched it last night, but I just can't remember. I remember very well being on set for a water fight with water balloons and we were all having the time of our lives.
I remember taking a photo that day and I remember we were all sitting on the wharf and I think it was like they were setting up for a wider take, I'm pretty sure, and they had to take the cameras like to another wharf. And so we were all just like sitting waiting for that and the sun was just beaming down on us. And I remember having this just euphoric feeling. I was so happy and so grateful. It was so, and I have a photo and I'm pretty sure at one point I had it as like my phone screensaver or like a Facebook profile picture or something along the lines, and just looking back at it and just knowing that like those were the days. I was so happy and so life was simple then.
I know. It's been really fascinating watching this back now after all these years, and I was like, oh my God, these were the best years ever. Like this show, and just like how I was like surrounded by my favorite people doing the best things ever, like playing this character that was so much fun to play.
Yeah.
It was the best.
It was the best.
Well, I hope everyone's rewatching the episodes as we're giving these little tidbits behind the scenes.
A little bit of behind the scenes.
And we really hope if you guys are enjoying Life Academy that you follow, subscribe. We are on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on all the things.
All of the things.
And we're going to possibly continue doing a few more rewatch bonus eps because you seem to be loving them.
Could be a little thing that we continue doing.
Oh my God, are we delirious?
Yes, absolutely.
Should we call it? Is the bell about to ring?
I think so.
Adios.
Love you guys.
Bye.